Hi, everybody. It's Craig and Arun back with your Week 6 Monday Night Football doubleheader of games. Before we get to it, don't forget, let's take care of some business. Hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss out on all the stuff we do here at YouTube, including click the link. We got YouTube Premium. We have 3 different levels. Click the link to get in, and you will not regret. Great value. Less than $50, you get all 3 levels, which ends up being about $2,000 worth of value of picks.
The edge. YouTube Premium is truly the edge.
And then if you get you want in on our top plays, very simple. Go to the link or the promo code is Taco Win 10. Saves you 10% off this week. So make sure you get in on that. I'm going to have one of these games is going to be my Monday Night Football game of the week. So make sure you get in on that. But that'll get you all the plays for a $99. Get you all the plays from either IC, which is usually 6 to 7 plays, or me, 6 to 8 plays. So make sure you get in on that. If you want the 10%, the free 60, it's docsports.com/ICT as it is on the screen for all new customers to check us out. Okay, we took care of all the business. Let's get down to brass tacks, as they say. Bills minus 3.5. Tough loss they came off of on, what was that, Sunday Night Football. Total 48.5 against your Atlanta Falcons that have had some nice wins, but have had some scratch-your-head losses off a bye. What do you like here?
The Falcons, to me, remind me of the Seahawks, right? Teams that can beat anybody, but teams that can lose to anybody. And that's just that's just coaching, right? That's just a lack of consistency, and that just comes down to coaching. So what you have here, I mean, Atlanta is a very talented team, okay? They have some incredible talent. They just got to put it together, man. And I think that loss against the Panthers is entirely coaching. He just got out-coached. He just got out-coached in the worst way. You take the same Carolina coach and put him in Atlanta, or you take the Jacksonville Jaguar coach and put him in Atlanta, see what you get. You know what I mean? That was a great hire by the Jaguars, and it shows. So you have a Bills team that lost to the Patriots, and they're going to be ticked off coming in, okay? This is a team that beat the Saints, the Dolphins, the Jets. And I will tell you this. I'll give you my knock on the Bills. They haven't played anybody, okay? They were coming in kind of sketchy to begin with. They had beaten Baltimore. Not good right now. I mean, when Lamar was healthy, fine. That could be considered a decent win. But then again, Baltimore gave up 40 points, and Baltimore's been shaky all year long. They beat the Jets. Okay. They beat the Dolphins. Okay. They beat the Saints. All basically sub-500 teams. Now you lose to a good team. That doesn't look good. The other thing is, the Patriots actually had more passing yards than the Bills did, right? So you have May, who went 22 for 30, and you have Josh, who went, 22 for 31. This was a bad loss. I do think they probably bounce back here. Atlanta coming off that huge, exciting win against Washington. That was a game where Atlanta really, really needed to win, and they did. And of course, but then again, Daniels didn't play, right? Mariota played 156 yards. Penix still threw for 1 interception, but he did throw for 313 yards. I try to keep things simple. I try to do as much research as I can, and then keep things simple. The Bills are coming off a loss. It's a divisional game too. They were 8-point chalk when they lost that game. Atlanta coming off a big win against Washington, but it was against Mariota. This is the same Atlanta team that lost to Carolina, 0-30. Yes, Atlanta beat Minnesota, but keep in mind when they played Minnesota, the quarterback was McCarthy. He went 11 for 21 for 158 yards and made that Atlanta defense look like some sort of like the Steelers curtain or something, okay? So I think it's the Bills here, and I think the Bills are going to be pissed, and I think they're going to come in and play really well. And I'm going to back the Bills here, Craig. All right, Chicago hooking up against Washington. This Washington team, of course, comes in as 3-2, and they lost to my Falcons, but then they bounced back, right? And they beat the Chargers 27-10. Daniels came back, and then you had Chicago here coming off back-to-back big wins. Maybe they're finding their flow here, beating Dallas, which is considered a good win in my book, and beating Vegas as well. Chicago on the road here. These two teams met last year, and Washington won 18-15. If you remember that exciting game, right? That was that wild throw near the end. Chicago 4.5-point dog. Washington coming off a big win. Both these teams coming off Chicago coming off a pair of wins. What do you like here, Craig? By the way, Craig, the total's 50.
The first game is going to be my Monday Night Football best bet of the week. So far, I have 2-0 on the year with our 7-unit Monday Night Football plays. I got another 7 units going to be in this early game. The late game, I was like this close to making both plays tonight. One would have been probably would have been like a 4-unit. So I'm going to give it to you instead of putting it on my card. I think this Washington team is for real. They've been really banged up. So they have excuses for their losses. When healthy, they've looked the part. They've taken care of business when healthy, and they're getting healthier. Now, what do you believe in the Bears? I know what I'm going to get out of Washington. I don't really know. I mean, that was a nice win against the Cowboys at home, but beating up on the Raiders, and really they should have lost. They had to miss the kick at the buzzer. I just don't think that you can expect that to happen again. And I think Washington's the better team. Washington would probably be 4-1 if it wasn't for injuries. And with Daniels, I just got to think the Bears are going to lose, and kind of lose ugly. I know we've got a lot of Bears fans here on our staff, and they're like, they think Caleb is can be that next great quarterback in the NFL. I just don't see it. I see a lot of things good, but he just makes some bonehead plays. Jalen Daniels is just the opposite. It's like Jalen Daniels is very he knows what he's going to do before the play happens, it looks like. And then you add in his legs are he can just run away from people. I like Washington here. Usually on Monday Night Football, I'm trying to play the underdog. I just can't see it this week. I'm taking Washington -4.5. I think it's back-to-back impressive wins. And I think Washington gets it done as they start to get healthier here. All right, so that's what we have for today. Don't forget, you can get all of our plays. Go over to DocSports.com. You can get the free $60 account. So that's DocSports.com/ICCT. You can use the 10% off. So instead of $30 to get my top play on the early Monday Night Football game, it's just $27. Use that promo code TACOWIN10. You can also use it on the Week Pass if you want to get all the plays for all of our either Indy Cowboy or myself. Get them both. Why not? Good luck. We'll see you again next time.